Hey backyard gardeners, welcome back to the channel. As you see, these cucumbers are done for the season. You'll see a few fruits still hanging, but they're really misshaped and just not good looking. These vines are just spent. I pulled them all out. Same deal with these tomatoes. There's some really nice looking green ones and also some beautiful ones that are ready for some salsa. But honestly, these plants are shot out. I mean, like, look at this one, it's perfect, but the plant itself is just really like spent, done, it's over mature, and it's time to clear out the bed and let's do a full reset. Let's make this exciting and add some nice beautiful color into the mix. All right, I don't even know where to start. I'm so excited. But this is our little mini greenhouse that it's been producing so much and with such a little space. But all right, so I guess I'll start, let's see, I'll start at the bottom. All right, I'll start at the bottom here. So down here, I'm going to show you, we have some beautiful squash. She's going to replace some of the other squash plants that we had a real good harvest from. We had a lot of good dinners with our zucchini and squash. So I have regular zucchini, I have yellow squash, and then I have the sunburst squash, which are like the patty pan English custard squash. Down here, I have some nice, really nice, these are cauliflower plants. These are pretty much ready to go into the ground. These have been planted for about 2 weeks. I have some at the top that's been planted a little bit longer, 3 weeks. And this is some dill. So this is about 2 weeks old. Dill takes a long time to germinate and it just grows slow. But once it gets going, it pops. And these guys here, these are about 3 weeks old. And these are ready to go right into the ground. This is your cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts. Those will be planting right away. I have some more squash up here. These are probably planted a few days before the ones down there. Because remember, earlier on I was explaining that I planted a lot of these in. My lovely little chickens like to eat everything. And I had to replant things quite a few times. But anyway, this is a succession of cauliflower, cabbage, and broccoli. If you see these guys here, I would say I planted those, I don't know, like 4 or 5 days ago, not that long ago. The zinnia's been here for a couple weeks. And this is romaine lettuce. And this romaine lettuce is, I would say, about a week old. And I also have some more romaine lettuce up here. This is about a little over 2 weeks old. So this is ready to go into the ground along with the red leaf lettuce. This one here is kale, and all these are going to go right into the ground. And right up here, this is actually more lettuce. So what I'm going to do is I just threw a whole bunch of seeds into a tray. And when these get a little bit bigger, I'm just going to pop them out and then put them in individual trays, kind of like the ones that are down here. So, I've seen that, on some of the big, like the Veggie Boys and stuff like that. They'll grow a whole bunch and then they'll pull out and then they'll stick it into another bigger pot. And then by the time they're about that size, they're ready to go out. I also have some, these are some cucumbers that are going to go into the ground too. And then I just started these guys. These are little baby cilantros, as you see. And then I have some tomatoes, yeah. I have some more romaine lettuce. I just kind of transplanted, like I was telling you, grew them in like a little bit of a bunch, and then I put them into individual cells. So, and these are another, like my 6th round of sprouts. These are looking excellent. And then right here, this is actually, all these little plants are going to be cilantro, along with those guys here too. Same thing. When they get to a little bit bigger size up here, I'm going to pull them out and put them into, transplant them into their own little cells, and then let them grow, and then transplant them. Or maybe I'll just transplant them right into the ground if they get big enough. But anyway, these are some more, get a little closer. These right here are going to be more cabbage plants. So yeah, so we've been busy and we're ready to plant the stuff in the ground. We're very excited. Just to get a second look here, we're going to be planting these babies right here, right into the ground. Our brassicas. Let's get these guys into the ground here. I'll probably put the zinnias. I don't know if I'm going to film that, but also I might put the dill in a separate container, and also the squash. So let's go ahead. Just like I showed you earlier videos, this is where I'm going to be. I cleared out this garden bed. I cleared out this garden bed here. And I still have some butternut squash kicking. It's funny, the vine just decided to kind of go wherever it wanted to. So, but anyway, look at this nice butternut squash here. And then I cleared out a lot of this garden bed right here, this raised bed, which will be some more. And this vine went basically straight across over here in my little junk pile. But hey, look at this. This thing is huge. So, all right, let's get into some more growing here. All right, so this is basically one of my raised beds. I'm going to put a couple cauliflower plants in, and the rest are going to be broccoli with romaine and one kale plant because I had an extra spot. So anyway, I already put in one of the cauliflowers and the kale, and I'm going to put this romaine I'm putting the romaine about a foot apart, and I'm going to put this close to the edge of the bed. So it's in the front of the bed where the strip line is, and I'm going to put the bigger plants a little farther back just so they don't overcrowd my nice lettuces. So I just wanted to do this real quick and just show you, like, it really does not take long. Once you get these transplants growing, it's literally a 1, 2, 3 planting them. You know, just make sure you loosen up the soil nice, and away you go. And I got a couple. So with the romaine lettuce, it's one of my favorite crops to grow in the fall because it grows really fast. It makes you look like a professional because it's so reliable, and it thrives really in those cooler nights. It grows like a nice, tall, crisp head, which we all love. And it's like, ooh, it's nice and crunchy, which you could make, cut the whole head and throw it into a salad, or you could just, you know, don't cut the whole head off and just cut the outside leaves off, and use them in like a wrap, or if you're going to make a small salad, and then they just keep regenerating and growing back more and more. So you have fresh romaine to keep picking over and over. And then moving on to the broccoli, that's really a must have for like your garden, because that also really grows great in cold weather. And if you cut the middle head off, the side shoots it gives you like second and third and fourth little heads. So you actually get a lot of broccoli producing over and over for multiple meals. All right, moving on to bed number 2. A lot of this is cauliflower. I did stick a couple of the kale in there because I had a couple left, and a few of the broccoli, but this is mostly all cauliflower. And I just want to say that cauliflower is one of the most underrated crops in the garden because most people don't realize how versatile it is. You could roast it, mash it, stick it in a stew. That's good. Um, you could use it as a healthy substitute for rice or use it as a pizza crust. And it has a lot of vitamins and fiber, and it just really thrives in this cool weather. So, um, it's way better and sweeter than the store-bought stuff, anything you grow yourself. But anyway, if you notice, I have some basil in here and some marigolds. I kind of want to leave them in there because this basil produces all these little pretty flowers that a lot of bees are attracted to. And they need that kind of stuff this time of year because a lot of your flowers start dying back. And these marigolds are beautiful. I think they smell good. They're actually from M.I. Gardner, but the drip lines, if you notice, I have drip lines, and then I also have some of the irrigation lines, the black ones, and all those will basically fit really nice on each plant. I'll put them at the base of each plant. So I didn't want to show you me planting them again because it's very repetitive. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next. All right, so basically in this one, I'm going to plant the Brussels sprouts and some of the red leaf lettuce. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump into it because it is getting late. I chose to do this in the evening, so it's because it is a little cooler. Tomorrow's supposed to be about 76 degrees here. I'm in zone 7, New Jersey. And, but tonight's going to be 50 something degrees. So I think it's like 59. So I think it's a good time for these plants to kind of get settled into the dirt here and get established. And that cooler weather will help them establish a little bit easier to take on tomorrow, which is not going to be super hot, but it's like perfect weather though for doing this right now. So I'm going to go ahead and just get all these plants. All right, so I just kind of sped the process up, and I just want to tell you a little bit about Brussels sprouts. They're basically one of the healthiest vegetables that we could grow. They're loaded with a lot of vitamins and fiber, and they're very versatile in the kitchen because you could roast them up with some onions and butter, saute them in a little garlic until they're like caramelized. Another way I like to eat them also is I shave them really thin and throw them in like a salad, almost like you can make it like almost like a coleslaw salad, but it's excellent in a salad. It's so healthy because they're sweet. When you grow them yourself, they're not like the store-bought ones. When you grow them yourself, they're very sweet because the ones in the store give it a bad rap. And the red leaf lettuce is a great companion because it adds a lot of color to your garden, and it also is just great on salads and sandwiches, and you could just keep harvesting it over and over. And I do have it on a drip irrigation system, which makes it really easy to water. Even the butternut squash, it's on a drip irrigation system. And you should see how thick this vine is. It's like huge. It's like I don't even know how to. It's just really big. Um, Anyway, so all this drip irrigation system goes over to this manifold right here, and I could turn them on by different sections. So it makes it easier, makes life way easier. All right, last up, I'm going to plant some more cabbage out here and a couple more cauliflower and some red leaf lettuce and kale. And this bed I have to be very careful because this one here is not protected, because my chickens love to come out to this bed here and play in it and dust bathe and stuff like that. They like to roll around in the dirt. So I'm gonna have to put a fence around this one. Plus I have my lovely little chipmunk friends that I'm really hoping they're not gonna come through and just chew everything up. Because I did plant some beans out here, and I'm like, why are these beans not growing? Guess what? They were all dug up. And like I said, it's kind of like nighttime here. It's evening to do this because just so these plants can get established a little bit better going into the ground. The soil's not super hot and the air's not super hot with the sun beating down on them. It kind of gives them a little bit more of a chance to go in the ground easier without going into some kind of shock. But I did want to get these in the ground tonight to show you. As you see, this does not take long at all. Hopefully I'm not blocking the camera. And you don't have to go crazy because I already had this soil pretty loose, and I did put some compost in here. So the transplants are actually going in very nice and easy. So, and that's it. Let me give you a little close up. All right. It's getting a little dark out, so the lighting's not the best. But yeah, they're cauliflower. Let's see, these are actually the cauliflower on the left here. The red leaf lettuce. And then we got some cabbage over here with the kale. Show you the kale. But see how easy it is? It's real easy. Okay. All right, so this is my other little bed that I planted these zucchinis the other day, and you can get the comparison. This leaf is already the size of my hand, and there's another one over there. And this is a cabbage that I planted too, that I started probably 4 weeks ago, and I planted 4 of them, but only 2 took because it was too hot out. So this one's completely gone. It died. That one died and started coming back, but it's gone pretty much. And then these zucchinis are pretty much well adapted. I put tomato cages over them, so the chickens can't just stomp over them. But I'm also going to do these vertical. So I'm going to do the same thing when I plant the other zucchini plants. All right, so it is getting a little dark out, so it's kind of hard to see. But anyway, I'm going to take out these tomato plants here because these are the ones that are just looking really bad. They're shot out along with the tomato plants over here. And like I said, I apologize, the picture's so grainy, but it is kind of late at night. But yeah, I'm going to take out all these tomato plants. Let me move over here. And I'm going to put in some more rows of zucchini. I'll actually take out that weave system, the Florida weave or the Jersey weave, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to put a whole bunch of zucchini in here and some cabbage. So yeah, and then I'm going to, on that trellis over there, I'm going to plant some more. Look at my dog hiding out over there. I'm going to plant some more cucumbers. So that's it. That's a wrap. And that's my full garden reset. I had a real great time making this video for you guys. So I got some cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, lettuce, even some sprouts getting started. And even on the backside, I got some dill and other things too, but there's plenty of growing left in the season. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button and don't miss any updates. And check out one of these other videos on the screen for more garden tips. Thanks for watching and happy planting, and I will see you on the next one.